So it's interesting, when we put the show together, we've got a number of segments that we have to do on the shoot day, and we all kind of pick the ones that we want to do. We couldn't get a consensus on this one. So we're all doing
figure.
I don't know why. Beer technology.
Wow.
It's the best thing since sliced bread. And so this is kind of interesting. It's the Fizzics beer system. And when I first heard of this, you know, Annie said, I'm bringing in this Fizzics beer system. I was skeptical. But after trying this for a few times, I'm a believer. This thing is pretty cool.
Well, it started as the Indiegogo campaign. I kind of thought it was like snake oil, right? But you know, you got to try it out. We have to be open-minded, and
especially when it comes to beer, right?
Of course, and it's something we're all happen to be experts in. Outside of technology, I think we're all pretty good at our beer tech as well.
Yeah, and I think the base idea here is that when you open up a beer can or a beer bottle, or even take your growler home, you're basically pouring it straight from your can into your glass, and you're having a beer can experience. But you're not having that draft experience that you can get when you actually go to the pub. So what this does is it creates
I'm not allowed in the pub anymore.
So it creates the draft experience, essentially by pouring your beer for you and then giving the perfect head.
It is really quite amazing, and it's so simple. So let's try one out here. Sure. You want to crack open one of the bottles? So we're going to open this up, and you can see there's a little hose, and we've been using this a bit, testing, of course. And so you put the bottle down into the pressurized container.
And the container is insulated as well, so if you're using a growler, you can even put ice on it to keep everything cold while it's inside.
Well, and I like that fact that you can actually use a growler because rather than just pouring one beer, you can go back to it several times and do a couple.
And the chamber is pressurized, so once you put these handles on, now everything is completely enclosed and ready to go.
So you take your glass and bring it up to the pouring spout.
So for the first part here, you're going to fill it up 3/4 by pushing forward, and this is kind of the normal beer pour.
And I should mention, this is battery powered. There's 4 AA batteries that is making everything happen inside here.
I like that, so you don't have to hook up to any sort of gas or any electricity. It's really simple to even bring this thing camping
So we're
with
getting
you.
up there now. I'm going to reverse to get that perfect head.
And what's happening, right, there's using sound wave technology to basically break up the carbon dioxide inside the beer to create a nice even head right on the top, which is really what you get when you have draft beer.
And I think this is really what it's all about. These micro bubbles that are coming out of this beer are fantastic. I mean, you can just see that's just lovely.
Taste it, eh?
Well, we are going to have to do a little more testing on this to really make sure this is working properly. So the Fizzics folks, we're going to be keeping this for a little while to make sure that it does meet our high standards of beer technology.
And if you want to find out about it, it's Fizzics with an Fizzics.
I'm amazed you remembered that.
Yeah.
That's really good. Again, the Fizzics beer system, if you want to get that draft beer experience at home with your cans and bottles of beers, you got to check this out.
Cheers.